Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, April 8, 2022. With that great ability to not get carried away by distractions, you are guaranteed to end up with that mountain of work that urgently needs to be delivered. Visit the gynecologist and ask about the complete list of preventive tests for women's health, and in the case of middle-aged men, go to the urologist for a study of your prostate. You may be asked to take on a leadership role. Maybe your wife needs you to take care of some things in your house. You may need to have an artifact fixed. You could make an appointment with a technician, or maybe your kids will need a ride to and from school. Offer your help today. Your wife will appreciate the extra help. You have Virgo in the house of love, with Venus in fall, which does not help you much in love affairs. But if you manage to relate to someone, surely it will be the mental stimulation that allows it. An intelligent, educated, and very well-informed person will have the key that opens you to love. You don't want to spend the night alone. Try to plan some interesting fun. You will enjoy going out with friends or spending a special evening with your partner. If you are single, you may want to plan a date with someone. It is a good time to lift your spirits and have fun. You show love laziness. Maintaining the flame tires you, and your partner end up suffering in his self-esteem from this marked disinterest. The sincerity of your feelings does not exempt you from making efforts, especially if you are in a relationship with a Libra or a Capricorn. A romantic dinner, a weekend by the sea, or a simple sweet word could defuse the bomb. Be careful, because your partner's disappointment could turn into resentment, and resentment into anger. No disturbing planets influencing your life together sector. That's a nice perspective. If your respective professional occupations had separated you a little, now it's time for complicit exchanges. Kind and attentive, your dear and tender will give you a very sweet life, and you will return it well. Single, maybe you have an attraction in your professional setting. But knowing if this person will respond to your advances is less certain. Not free or not ready to commit, they could limit your relations to purely friendly contacts. Libra is in the house of health, which puts your internal genitalia at risk. If you are a girl, do not forget your Papa Nicolau, whose test helps detect problems in time. Today your natural independence will increase. You will probably need to do things your way, and if your creativity is not allowed or appreciated, you will feel suffocated. You are an individualist and try to make your mark by doing everything you do uniquely. Today it is not going to be very good for you to be forced to comply, but if you manage to overcome it, the rest of the day will be yours to do what you want. A habitual and seemingly innocuous gesture in your morning routine could well end up harming your health. If you are one of those for whom the definition of a good little shower implies that the temperature of the water is as close as possible to that of the lava, this will, unfortunately, be a pleasure that you will have to do without. Water that is too hot, especially repeatedly, will have harmful consequences on your skin and hair because it attacks the natural oils that protect them from dryness. Mercury will advise you today to take your foot off the accelerator a little. There is, of course, no question of inciting you to practice the Taoist doctrine of non-action, but you would be better off temporarily going green rather than striving to solve all the problems at once. A little calm, detachment, and reflection will allow you to leave in much better conditions, if not to find an ideal solution that has eluded you so far. It often happens that the man in a hurry looks for the door and walks past it. Venus in Libra rules this house today. What makes you have a lot of harmonies is the work environment, since Venus is in her home, which gives you a double Venusian charge. Today things can seem a bit overwhelming since you do not have enough hands to do all the work and fulfill all the obligations that you have. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If the person you turn to is just as overwhelmed as you are, maybe exchanging your work so you can both tackle something different will help you both feel like you've accomplished something. Sure of yourself, overflowing with assurance and confidence, you will aim high, and you will be right. Powerfully energized by the sun, you can achieve an important professional goal. Your competitive spirit will also be very sharp, and your competitors will just have to watch out. The house of money is under the control of Gemini and with Aries in the same house, so the intelligence of Mercury and the audacity of Mars come together, which is very good for business and be able to close very convenient deals in the field of wealth. You may be familiar with the idea of karma. It is the spiritual principle of, you reap what you sow. What you give to the universe you receive back. Today you might wonder why some tense things are happening to you. If you feel like a victim, maybe you should think about situations where you might have hurt someone in the past. That same energy could be coming back to you. Try to forgive and move on. Your job makes you way too stressed. You might experience a few panic attacks. Your professional life influences your personal life, and this is never a very good sign. You must have control over the situation. Put things into perspective, better organize your agenda and find time to rest. For the natives of the first decan, it is a good day to make a financial investment that can bring you big profits in several years. Still, ask your friends and family for advice. With Mercury on your side, you will have no trouble balancing your budget, and could even benefit from an unexpected and welcome influx of money. Neptune, one of the stars that direct the financial plan for you, will work in concert with Saturn, a planet of organization, which will help you to act as an excellent manager. Your friends multiply attractive invitations. Naturally curious, nothing can stop you. Sporting getaways, fancy dress dinners, and afternoon board games. Life is so beautiful when you are so well accompanied. At home, doubt sets in. When you try to get closer to your family members, they run away from you. Nothing serious, your loved ones just need a little space. Once the crisis is over, your complicity will return as before. You should be entitled today to a climate of trust and unfailing complicity in your family. Your loved ones, both your parents and your children or brothers and sisters, will all be in good shape and will establish with you a relationship full of tenderness and trust.